Hello everyone, welcome to another V-Build, live on April 18, 2016. It is a few hours after the last V-Build live, if you're here with us live. If you're here on YouTube watching this, then you probably don't care. I'm joined by Kryn.
Hello.
Welcome to International Kryn Day.
Ooh.
What's it like sharing the same name as the day that it is?
It feels pretty cool.
It's almost like a birthday.
I think it was named after me.
That's a little narcissistic.
Oh, okay. Aw.
Spoiler alert, happy birthday, it was!
Thank you.
We're gonna build some stuff. We're gonna complete this. I forgot to show this guy's base mode last time we were on here. So I put both Sonic Bomber and Diatlas into their zone modes.
Ooh.
So they are now connected into 2/3 of the big powered zone. So we're gonna move them out of the way. And we're gonna get to the last guy. Roadfire! Which means Roadfire.
Ah.
This guy is the third of the Powered Masters. That's what these three guys are called. We're going to get this built. We're also going to talk some chat Q&A. As I mentioned before, we might not hit every question as expediently because it becomes too complicated.
Yay.
So I'm going to rip this open and get going, talk about some stuff. And I will also mention, let's get all this out here, I'm not touching this garbage. This is years old. Let's see if this one snaps like old flesh. Yep.
They can't see anything.
It didn't snap like chalk or like something hard. It snapped like old flesh. Like it half crumbled.
Do you know what old flesh snaps like?
All the time.
Well, if you keep it in formalin, though, it won't snap. Just FYI.
This certainly wasn't in formalin. This was in garbage.
Garbage. Thanks, everybody, for the happy birthday wishes. Very kind, very excited to have a nice live stream with you all. Are you ready for questions?
Yeah. Bring it on!
Vangelis, have you seen Rick and Morty?
Yeah, I have. I haven't seen any of Season 2, but I watched all of Season 1 and I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Cringelis, what is your favorite food?
I really like a good, kind of crunchy breaded chicken.
Ah, chicken is very good. Yeah, I like chicken too. Chicken. Ah. Alright. Someone says, I'd eat the gum anyway. I like to live dangerously.
That's what a lot of people say before they do something that's so dangerous that they die. There's no recorded instance of anyone dying from eating Kabaya gum, I should mention.
No recorded instance.
That's right. We've burned all the footage.
Yes. More birthday wishes. Thank you. Yay. Behold Kryn and her armada. Yeah. And Smiley Jazz.
He's just part of the armada.
He was asked for. Oh, and I guess Tailgate's back there too.
Yeah, Smiley Jazz was specifically not requested. We were questioned as to where he was earlier today when we did an earlier live stream.
That's correct.
So clearly, if we don't have him out here, people assume the worst, which is that we ate him.
What's your favorite Disney movie?
Oh, geez. I always had a soft spot for Sword in the Stone because it was my first Disney movie.
That was a good one. I
Yeah.
liked Aladdin. I'm not sure how well it's aged.
The pop culture references I felt were on the more timeless end of pop culture references.
Really? I'm
They-
sure if we rewatched that Genie song, it wouldn't be.
I thought a lot of them were like more like 50s, 60s kind of references.
Hit our first bingo.
Ooh. Kryn is keeping track of her own special chat bingo card.
Bam. What are you building?
Oh.
Bam. The first one.
Yeah, there are we've noticed there are some common questions, so we're seeing scientifically whether or not they come up. I am building Kabaya's version of Roadfire of the Powered Masters.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. It says Snow White is overrated. Bambi and Lion King are best.
Lion King is pretty good.
Yeah, Lion King is good.
I actually don't remember how Bambi ends. That's where I would drop some shade on Bambi.
I know how it begins.
Yeah, everyone knows the first part of Bambi. Who sticks around for the end? Like, I don't even remember who Thumper is. He's just he's the rabbit in the cover. Yeah, but who is he?
Why? Who? He's a rabbit. I don't know. He's a friend.
Yeah, right? No one remembers his actual character arc, because he's after the part of the movie everyone stopped watching.
Thoughts on the end of BotCon?
Well, we'll see if they actually stop using the name, or if they hold on to it, or if they sell it, or whatever. But as the final Fun Publications official Transformers convention, I'm super excited to see what happens next, because I think we've needed a changing of the guard for a long time.
Bambi doesn't end.
That's right. It just dies, kind of like life.
Have you ever seen there's like a live action spoof where I think it's The Rock is Bambi? And it's all these like wrestling guys or comedians and they're playing like the different animals.
I haven't seen that. That sounds
so
great.
Funny. And it's voiced over with like the super serious voiceover. It's really funny. You guys will have to check that out. Like Bambi SNL maybe?
Yeah, I was going to say that's... Oh, there goes a light. That sounds like an SNL kind of thing.
Let's see. There's a light peppering of Cyclonus here, but where is the warrior and his armada?
They're hidden amongst all the Cyclonuses, wearing clever disguises.
Yeah. Why do we have to ask you questions?
It's part of the rules. If you look at your end-user license agreement, you'll notice it's actually in Clause 72 on page 377.
Lots of sevens. That makes it easier to remember.
Well, yeah, it's the lucky page.
Yo Venge, MP Laser Wave or Quake Wave or Quake Blast?
I haven't messed with... Quake Blast is the Cloud 9 one, right? Because I've only messed with Quake Wave, the Fans Toys one. I haven't messed with the other two yet. I'd like to mess with Masterpiece Laser Wave soon-ish, but I don't have the experience to comment.
We have confirmation for SNL. If you search YouTube for, quote, new Disney movie SNL, you will see The Rock as Bambi. It's really funny.
That's new Disney movie
so
SNL.
Funny.
That's a real broad search term to get such a specific result.
No, you'll find it. Opinions on Legendary, Warner Brothers, and Sony bidding for the live-action Pokemon movie.
I'm really curious as to what aesthetic a live-action Pokemon movie will go for. Because I can only imagine they're going to go like, we're going to make this dark. And if they do...
Collect them all.
Yeah, they've got to focus on the slavery aspect, where you're stuffing these poor monsters into, like, tiny balls.
You said tiny.
And balls.
Are you going to review BotCon Rubber Ducky?
No, I did not procure one, but I could just go get a rubber ducky and say I scrubbed the tampograph off of it. It would probably be about the same.
Do you think it floats?
It does. It is just a rubber ducky that they bought and printed a logo on.
What Optimus Prime figure from 2001 to 2006 would you like to see remade?
So I want to be a jerk and just say Beast Hunter's Optimus. But I'd like to see Armada Optimus done without the electronic pants gimmick, because I like the aesthetic of that, of both robot modes. And I'd like to see them done on a toy that just focuses on the toy part.
Are you going to do the reviews of Vulcan, Kylus, and the others? Okay, Kylus is how you would say in Latin. It means sky.
Oh, Kalis.
Sealus? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I reviewed Vulcan. I'd like to go back and do the other Planet X Dinobots. The only one I don't have is Suminus, and I keep not buying him because I keep hearing he's potentially the worst one. So even though I want to complete the set, it's hard to get myself to want to buy the worst one to finish the set. So I'm not sure yet.
Oh. Have you seen the Suicide Squad trailer?
I haven't. I've kind of not paid a ton of attention to the film. Because also I think a lot of trailers nowadays suck, so I generally don't watch them if I think I might see the movie down the road.
Opinion of Enter the Gungeon.
I watched the Giant Bomb quick look and it looked pretty fun. I haven't played it yet. I have a lot of games I still haven't played. But I'm very tempted to pick it up the next time it goes on sale.
Would you support a Truck Monkey Triple Changer?
Sure. I feel like that's happened. I don't know when or where, but I feel like that's a thing that's actually happened.
Seems like a thing that would have happened.
Yeah, like it seems like a toy that would have come out already. I just don't know under what auspice.
Thoughts on Planet X paddles?
It's real fun that they're doing them. I wish I didn't see so much shared genealogy with their version of Sludge, but I mean, it's a logical place to start.
Have you seen the Soundwave that turns into a realistic tablet?
Yes, I saw that news story when it went up, and I really want one. I watched a video of how it transforms, or parts of how it transforms. If it's built well, I really want one.
Pizza bagels or burritos?
Burritos, every time. Pizza bagels are a lie.
Pizza bagels are good.
They're good, but they're a lie.
Have you ever had the little mini ones?
Yeah, I used to live off of those during one of my grades in high school. But they are a lie. There are so many better foods out there that cost just as much.
What MP Transformers figure do you think us collectors are in need of? I'd say we need a MP Trailbreaker or Cup.
I'm hoping to see Masterpiece 86 movie characters like Cup now that they've done a Hot Rod. I think that really the one that we need are ones that haven't happened yet, where I think there might be legal reasons why they haven't happened yet. Like, I am astounded that no Sunstreaker has happened yet, and the only reason that makes sense to me is that there must be some Lamborghini side stopgap that's preventing that toy from coming out or even making it past any design stage. That toy is so historically significant that I think its absence speaks to how much of a chance it has of actually happening anytime soon, which officially I would be surprised now at this point.
Optimal Optimus was the triple changer. That's what they're saying. Several people.
Yeah, if you're gonna call that a truck mode, I guess.
Hey, Evangelist, I figured out who that was that I saw a TF card. That wasn't you, it was somebody wearing Evangelist cosplay.
Oh, right, one of those Evangelist cosplayers wearing a t-shirt and pants. I hate those guys. They're stealing my identity one soul at a time.
Most anticipated Titans Return figure?
I really want to mess with Alpha Trion. He looks fun.
Thoughts on an MP Waspinator?
If I want to see what MP Primal is like to get a taste for what that is, like what the hand feel of that aesthetic is, and then after that I'll feel better about it.
Your hand feel?
I'm making it a word.
Yeah. Have you heard any news on Planet X Soundwave or the Insecticons?
Planet X's Soundwave or the Insecticons? I have not.
At least they're wearing pants. Oh, that's an assumption.
I'm just wearing skins of my enemies.
Who's your favorite Marvel Cinematic Universe character?
I'm just going to take that as meaning the movies, because otherwise I would start getting into the TV shows and the Netflix shows, which are their own thing. But, I actually got to think about that. I guess it would be Drax.
Have you talked about Rid Season 2? Thoughts specifically about returning Prime characters and story potential for Season 3?
I think we talked about it after the YouTube recording at the end of the stream.
I think we did.
Yeah, I just finished watching Season 2, and Kryn watched all the good parts of Season 2. Except she still needs to see the Bisque episode, because I think that had some real good bits. I think that they did a decent job. Like, I feel weird about some of the conversation around Rid, because I feel like some of it comes from a place demanding more of the show than it is capable of giving. But what's the word I'm looking for? The seeds they laid for where the story could go in Season 3 or the film or whatever it is they're doing next, I found quite interesting. And I liked some of the callback stuff. I think one of them could have done more, but it was fun. Like, you know, the final 4 episodes of Season 2 are worth watching. Absolutely.
Any plans to review any of the Marvel or DC Mini-Mates figures?
Not really. I'm not very big on Mini-Mates myself.
Favorite Figuarts rider?
Probably Drive right now, because it's just a very well done toy.
Team Cap or Team Iron Man?
Team Cap.
Thoughts on FP Insecticons?
The Fans Project Insecticons, you mean the ones that came out a while ago? They're okay. I haven't messed with mine in a while. I'd like to do reviews of them sometime. They're all sitting there ready to be videotaped and then repro labeled, but I just haven't found the time.
Would you ever do a fan mail opening?
I would. I don't have a P.O. box, though, so it would be a very depressing thing to watch.
You ever going to review the rest of the Figuart Blade Riders?
Yes, they are on my long-term plans.
How would you suggest I store that massive Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2012 sewer playset taking up too much space?
Oh, don't ask me. That's why I didn't get it.
Thoughts on Angelico from Lucha Underground?
I've only seen one. I still haven't watched past episode 10 because other shows came up that I wanted to watch. But on Helico, I watched his debut episode, and he seemed pretty cool. I like his aesthetic, and I liked his. He did some really cool move. I don't remember what it was, but it had lots of spinning and flipping.
Any chill formations coming soon?
Yeah, I want to. I got like this little list of them I want to do, and I shot a couple with some third-party things, but they weren't very chill, to be honest. I want to keep doing them sometime. I'm just thinking about what to do and how often to do it, and like, it's a weird series to put up because like some folks really dig them, but people who don't dig them, they get real mad about them, and I have to work myself up to not care.
What is your favorite large masterpiece figure?
Of the large ones, probably Star Saber. He has such a good just internal play pattern. I really enjoy it.
Who's that in the bottom right? This one, maybe?
That's, if you're talking about that fuzzy guy back there for the YouTube people, that's Heroes of Cybertron Cyclonus. It's from the SCF PVC line in Japan.
Who is Crin's least favorite Transformer?
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, I want to ask you, who's your least favorite Transformer?
I don't know. There are several names I don't like. Squeeze Play is terrible, Rumble Dump is terrible, and Armada Cyclonus is terrible looking.
I don't think Rumble Dump is a Transformer.
I thought you said it was.
I did too. I just assumed it was. But now that I'm thinking about it, that's the name of one of the shift cars from Kamen Rider Drive. I just yelled the name so much I think it got mixed into Transformers conversation.
Do you have any intentions to get any of the new Machine Robo line?
Oh, I have so many intentions. They're sexy. I like those toys.
Behold Cyclonus and his Crinmata. Yeah.
I dig it.
I dig it. What's a movie you love that everyone else hates?
I don't know if everyone else hates any of the movies I love. I mean, I really enjoy Age of Extinction, but I don't enjoy it in a way that many of its fans enjoy. And I don't enjoy it in a way that many people who don't like it enjoy either. I'm just alone.
Oh, the person was asking about the guy, the old boy guy.
Which question?
In the one about the guy in the bottom right corner.
Oh, him! That guy's from Old Boy. That's Odesu.
How do you feel about Hard Shell?
Terrible. It's a horrible name.
I don't think it's any worse than most of the worst ones.
It's not a good, honest name like Squeeze Play or Terrible. Terrible and Squeeze Play are good,
Those
honest,
are
wholesome names.
Terrible names.
Hard Shell is awful.
Hard Shell is just some kind of throwaway name. Terrible is like terrible.
Horrible is even
Horrible,
better, but they lost
whatever.
Horrible, so they had to make him Terrible.
Did you see that we are getting even more CW hands and feet? Does this give you hope for 3P bodies for some of the standalone TR heads?
Not for bodies necessarily, because designing hands and feet doesn't mean you can design a whole toy, but it does give me hope for showing that people still want to add things onto their Combiner Wars toys.
Been thinking of picking up a Make Toys rear end, but I'm on the fence because of the price. Any series of words in sentence form you could provide to sway my decision?
Well, he's built real nicely. He looks really good.
He looks like Tailgate.
Yeah, if the price is the main thing keeping you away, there's actually not much I can say about that. I can only proselytize about why he costs that much, but that's not really going to make you feel better about spending it, I don't think.
He also comes with a crying face, so if you have any of the third-party DJD members, you can make some pretty horrific pictures.
That make Tumblr get real happy that you're doing it.
Thoughts on Thrustinator?
It's a really cool idea. The toy looks fine. I was really surprised that the head paint work apparently on the whole turned out well. I figured that was going to be like a classic fun pubbing of the head paint, and they, as far as I heard, pulled it off. So I was impressed to hear that. I don't have them myself.
What's your guys' favorite Transformers series?
I really like Animated.
I like Prime.
I wish Animated had been able to realize some of the potential it was appearing to realize it had right before it ended.
What human character in any Transformers series would you like to beat up? All of them.
I like a lot of them. I like a lot of them. Miko's cool. I kind of want to... I think Raph killed his family, so I kind of want to beat him up to make him admit that he did it.
Vangelis' headcanon about Raph is kind of disturbing.
Because we never see his parents or his brothers and sisters he always talks about. So I think in that giant house he's in, they're all just dead.
Zero wants me to remind you that there are Transformers named Alan, Rodney, and Lube, and that those are the best names and also the worst.
Alan and Rodney are pretty good names. Lube I'm still thinking about. I like Alan the most because it's just like, hi, I'm Alan. I'm Autobot Alan.
What are your thoughts on the Transformers Rid Decepticons being mainly animal themed?
It's made them some of the most interesting designs and has made them the most tragic characters to more or less never get toys on the whole. Like a handful of them are getting toys, but they all deserve toys. Well, except for like I think Polar Claw, the ones like him, don't really need the toys as much, but some of those designs are just fantastic.
Who are your top picks for TR Wave 1?
For Wave 1, I need to remember who's in Wave 1. Alpha Trion's not in Wave 1, I don't think. So I'm not sure, really. I guess maybe, Mind Wipe. I'm trying to look at a sticker sheet while I'm doing this.
Do you keep the sprues, or do you throw them away?
I used to keep them, and then after having piles and piles of sprues that were sitting around being empty sprues, I started throwing them out.
Have you seen the CG Creations Shuriken? I
have. Well, not in person. I've seen pictures.
What's your favorite Cybertron character / figure?
From Cybertron, I have a couple. Honestly, Galaxy Force Optimus, well, okay, Cybertron Optimus, or Galaxy Force Galaxy Convoy are, that's probably still my favorite. I like a lot of toys in that line, though.
Have you seen the Phasma model kit from Bandai? She has legit chrome on her.
Yeah, I'm real tempted to pick that up, because she also apparently has an optional cloth cape, and that would be like the only Phasma on the market right now to pull that off.
What was your least favorite episode of Rid so far?
I don't know if I have a least favorite, because the ones I don't like fall into more into the category of forgettable, where I just don't remember what happened in them. The Octo Punch episode, I think I generally really didn't like, but I also just didn't like Octo Punch at all.
After the latest round of toy reveals, do you think you are more excited for new Rid Decepticons or TR Original 11 almost all being announced?
Well, Original 7 got announced, so those other guys, like, you know, whatever, screw them. But no, honestly, Rid Decepticons make me more excited because every single one we're getting that's new feels like something that was never going to happen in the first place. So they feel like a greater gift to me as a fan.
Who is your favorite Blade Rider from the show?
I really like Tachibana, because at one point in the show, he's just living in a bunker, and I feel like that just says it all about his life. Early in the show, he loses everything, and the rest of the show, he's just this really weird guy living in a bunker trying to help people and screwing up, and I just feel like there's an allegory in there for my own life, I guess.
On the topic of Rid Decepticons, what is your opinion on Warrior Bisque going off the pictures?
He looks more exciting than I thought he was going to be. The amount of mass he has in robot mode and the sexy silhouette of his car mode, like it's a good combination, and it looks like he's got a decent amount of posability as well. So I went from being lukewarm on the idea to being real excited.
Have you watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
Not yet.
Which is better, Digimon or Pokemon?
Pokemon, because I actually watched it. Oh, that's actually going to start something. I have no idea. I don't know. I never watched either of them very much.
Are you excited / interested in Victorion?
I'm very excited and interested in Victorion. God, there's a lot of stickers here. I need to pull this closer.
Due to the rising prices and cheaper quality of mainline toys, I'm think of sticking just to masterpieces and third party. What you think?
I feel like there's a lot of short shrift given to mainline stuff. I mean, maybe I just get really lucky with what I'm getting, but I rarely feel like I'm getting screwed out of what I'm paying for them. I know plenty of friends who have gone that route, though, and they've all been quite happy, so I'm not going to tell you no. I personally don't see the point, other than perhaps, like, also saving a lot of money by not pursuing mainlines.
Thoughts on the CW G2 Brutica set?
I'd like to get it, because I really want that Shockwave.
What do you think of Rid Windblade?
I think that toy looks like it has potential. I think that its color scheme is awful, and it makes me want to wait for the Adventures version that will have a larger paint budget and hopefully not be as blindingly red everywhere.
Did you hear Build Fighters is getting a 3rd season?
That's excellent. My boy Tryon 3 is going to hopefully get more screen time. That's the best Gundam, by the way.
Have you watched Ruby?
I haven't. It's on that long list of shows that I know I should have watched by now, that I'd like to, but I still haven't.
Takara Victorion?
Well, it doesn't exist right now, so I don't know how to answer the question, but I would hope it would look good.
Which version of Optimus is the most well-formed character in your opinion?
Probably, I think Beast Wars has the most well-rounded character, but Animated has the most potential character.
Do you think we'll get a Voyager or Leader class Scorponok since we're not getting a Titan class of him anytime soon?
I don't know, man. Like, I feel like the time and place was now for him to get a Titan toy. But, yeah, I really don't know.
My mom was reading your tweets out loud to me once. She's like, I don't understand the things that Chris writes. What is Scorponok?
Yeah, Scorponic.
Scorponok. I was like, it's Scorponok, Mom. It was really funny. If you're getting into JoJo, read the manga first. It's so great. On topic, have you got any of the other Iron Factory legends and overall opinion on them?
Oh yeah, I've gotten a lot of the Iron Factory legends, and I really enjoy them. I think as far as actual tactile feel, they are superior to the DX9 stuff. The DX9 stuff just looks slicker, but I often find the Iron Factory stuff is more fun to actually play with.
When are we going to get a stop-motion Combiner Wars series from you, Evangelist?
I don't know how to do stop motion, but I am assuming you mean stuff like the openings that I do. And I don't know because the thing is, I'm showing you all the stuff that I've made, and I'm just making the cool parts. I've never sat down to think about the other more boring character building parts. I have an idea for the supercut I want to do, but that's it's not a full series by any means.
Thoughts on the TFSS 5.0 offerings?
Like, they're fine. I'm not, like, crapping on them, but I'm not very interested in them.
Zero says I'm going to be doing a custom Trian 3 as Galgagar or Gaipla because I'm a terrible pun lord.
Pun lords are okay, but don't become one.
Gundam or Transformers?
Transformers!
You ever wanted to build a Super Fumina from Build Fighters?
I've probably seen it and I don't remember what it looks like. So yes.
Would you ever like to see an official The Beast Dinobot combiner?
Probably not. I mean, it looks real ugly. I don't really want to actually look at one.
Why are there so many Cyclonuses?
I don't know, Kryn. Why are there so many?
Because he's the best.
Oh.
Are children small or just far away?
I like to think that they're just tricking us with, mirrors and things.
Thoughts on dating people in other countries?
It's all right if you live real close, as far as, in the context of other countries.
Yeah, if you're in Europe, it's probably a lot easier than if you're in North America.
Oh yeah, and if you're in Europe and other countries, you can just take the train to those other countries.
What tokusatsu thing would you recommend to someone who isn't already a Toku fan?
I used to have a really good answer to this, now I forgot. I wouldn't make them watch a series unless they're the kind of person who will happily sit down to watch an entire series of something. That's asking a lot of somebody.
Yes.
There are some good movies, like anything Sakamoto directed is a good intro because it's got very mainstream style action to it.
What are your thoughts on everyone becoming headmasters?
They've done the actual headmasters that I want, so I don't care about who else becomes a headmaster. I think in the long run, I kind of hope that some unofficial efforts figure out a way for those guys to not have to be headmasters and still be those toys, because some of those characters, they look pretty good, and I'd love to see a non-headmaster version that's otherwise close to being the same.
Non-headmaster character, you want to become a headmaster? If IDW asked you to write the change into the current comics, what would the story be?
I think I need to see how IDW is going to handle new headmasters first, but
yeah.
My thought was always going to be that on the Lost Light, Chrome Dome becomes the headmaster and Rewind turns into his head. That's what I always assumed would be the game plan.
What do you think of Animal Sentai
Zyuohger?
I don't know.
I haven't watched it, but the aesthetics are fun. The gorilla suit is kooky.
Oh my god, is that a plushie Cyclonus? Yes. It's made by Plushology, aka Act Shattered Needles, on Twitter. She is fantastic. And it's called a Pillow Buddy, and they're discontinued. So why is it Kryn Day? Is it their birthday? It is her birthday, yes. Thoughts on Kamen Rider Amazons?
I watched the first episode, and I thought it was okay. I think there's a lot of potential for the show to not get up its own butt, since it gets to be a series and not a movie. But I need to see I need to watch episode 2, 3, etc. Right now I feel like there's potential, but I don't feel like it's locked in yet.
Favorite triple changer?
Interesting question.
Octane. He's mine.
I'm kind of a Blitzwing guy, I think.
Octane. What is your favorite romantic comedy?
I don't know if I have one.
Questions are going quickly. Seen the Shin Gojira trailer?
I saw everyone yelling about it, but I haven't actually seen it myself.
Crane, you're nay. Titans return Cyclonus where Tailgate turns into his head. Big ol' nay. I don't like that idea.
I think that'd be real cute.
That's so awesome. Why is out discontinued? Shattered Needle discontinued that particular line because she's making even cuter plushies called Plushie Butts. Check out her Twitter. She has tons of pictures and they're so cute. Evangelist, what are your thoughts on the Skull Cruncher rename into Skull Smasher?
I mean, they've got to do it, right? Skull Smasher is one of the better renames. It's better than Hard Shell or Sharp Shot. Those are still the worst renames that have ever happened.
Sharp Shot's not that bad.
It's awful.
That's a great name, especially if he's a sniper.
He's not.
Oh.
That's the thing. He doesn't shoot things at all. So why is his name Sharp Shot? It's so dumb.
Long questions. Have you seen the feature-length animated Ultraman? It featured a lot of different Ultramen fighting against this big rock monster.
Oh, I might have seen that on Facebook, but I don't know if I'm attributing that Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad one instead.
Who would win, Gao Gaigar or 3 Evangelion units?
Probably Gao Gaigar, because he's got more courage.
Grand Evangelist do something nicer for your birthday than make you watch him play with his toys. I wanted to do this. I like doing live streams.
Kryn is the one. I was going to come here without any streaming stuff, and then Kryn said, hey, bring streaming stuff.
Yeah, and also he got me one of those baby Cyclonuses. Here, can you point it? One of
Back
those
there?
baby... No, they can't see. This hand's in the way. One of those guys.
Well, this hand needs to be doing
that
this
little
stuff.
guy, too.
Needs to be modeling.
Well, they can't see anything.
I need to be modeling.
How stoked are you for Civil War?
I'm reasonably stoked. The guys working it have done my favorite Marvel movies so far, but I've not watched really any of the build-up stuff because I just want to go in fresh.
Is there someone you love to blame if something goes wrong?
Oh man, I mean, I guess every now and then I'll just drop a healthy, fresh "God damn it," but I don't really cry out anyone else's like name myself. Kryn, do you do that any other?
Yeah, at work there's a guy named Bill, and whenever something goes wrong, we say Bill did it. And one time he actually did do it, and it was like legendary.
Like Bill did it became true.
Yeah, it was great. Shot Hole was a rename too, wasn't it?
Yeah, Shot Hole was funny.
LOL.
Sharp Shot is just dumb and boring.
Do you think a new Lio Kaiser is even a little bit possible?
They are literally doing one in
Yay.
Combiner Wars. It's not perfect, but if you don't like that, there's also the TFC Lio Kaiser, which is $600, but is way aimed at anyone who just wants friggin' Lio Kaiser.
Crane, are you getting MMC Cyclonus? What is that?
Mastermind's doing a Cyclonus. I think we looked at a picture of him. He's kind of bulky, but he has the skirt armor.
Maybe? I guess I would like it, because it's Cyclonus. Has Crane had the chance to watch Beast Wars yet? Best TF show ever. Yes.
Like, you watched that before we even met.
Yeah, I think did I see it when it came out? Like, I was really little when it came out, but I might have seen a few episodes. But I own the first season. I was able to watch it when YouTube became a thing on the internet, and then I was able to watch all of it. So yes, I have seen it. Kamen Rider 1 or Kamen Rider Black?
Black.
Thoughts on Fireball Charming?
I thought it was okay. It was not what I wanted, but by the end I felt okay with what it was doing.
Thoughts on... Oh god, it's gone. Are you interested in the upcoming Killing Joke movie?
Very. I'm not easily fan-wanked by a lot of stuff these days, but that thing is like, hey, you're putting all the animated actors together. It's an R-rated Killing Joke film. That's pretty much exactly what it needs to be. It's funny that that's not even getting really covered all that much, whereas the live-action films are being R-rated, but for even more juvenile reasons.
What's one Titans Return figure you can't wait to own?
Probably Alpha Trion. I want to know how he feels.
Titans Return... Chrome Dome. Right? Isn't he
Yeah,
one?
he's getting one.
Alright. No, I want, what's his name? The one I like. Not Squeeze Play. Crash Bash. That's the one I want. Crash Bash.
That's Squeeze Play.
No, it's Crash Bash. Have you watched any of Ghost yet?
Bingo card. I haven't yet, but it's at the point where I want to watch it. I've been hearing it gets Drive good. And I like Drive, so I want to hit up some of that Ghost.
Just crossed off another one of the bingo questions.
Womp womp.
What's going on and why are there so many Cyclonuses?
Why are there so many Cyclonuses?
Because he's the best. Kryn, thoughts on Kiss Players? I don't want to watch it.
It doesn't have a show, you can't watch it.
I don't want to have anything to do with it.
I could tell you all about it.
Do you think we'll get Power Master characters with Titan Master Head in the future waves of TR?
Probably. I mean, we already have Power Master Prime happening, or, God Jinrai. Or just Jinrai, not God Jinrai.
Jinrai sounds like a kind of alcoholic drink with gin in it.
Yeah, I like to get myself a tall, fresh Jinrai in the morning.
On the rocks?
Jinrai on the Rocks is a pretty good... it's a pretty good starter.
Pretty good band name.
It's a pretty good band name, too.
Thoughts on Hasbro apparently making a Titans Return Overlord in 2017?
I mean, they showed the silhouettes. We'll see what it is. I don't think it's like a terrible idea, but I don't know if all I saw with those silhouettes, they got the right alt modes.
Thoughts on MMC Seraphicus Promenion?
I have a lot of fun with him. He's a good, just like straight up toy. His aesthetic is when he's the core robot, he's Prima, and then you put armor on him and he becomes Nova Prime. That means he's not the best Nova Prime in the world because he looks like a guy who's dressed up like Nova Prime. It plays real well to me, but I also am okay with like those sort of creative liberties being taken on an unofficial product, and I know some people are very much not, so you gotta be one of the folks like me to enjoy that toy to its fullest.
What would the noun describing a group of Cyclonus be, is implied, I think. Like a flock of them.
Oh, yeah, Cyclonuses.
An anger of them, or a murder of them.
Oh, yeah, it would be, whoa.
Maybe a murder.
Car outside honked.
Yeah.
A murder of Cyclonuses.
Jinrai and Juice.
Good old Jinrai and Juice. Hoopidoo.
Did you see the animated Teen Titans versus Justice League movie?
I did. It showed up on my Facebook feed. So I watched it illegally because it showed up on my Facebook feed.
So who is Roadfire?
Roadfire is the third powered master, and he's the one who didn't even make it onto the OVA because he came out after that.
Do you have the BotCon 2016 Megatron? If so, do you intend to review him anytime this Tech-Aid?
I've got one coming to me. I don't know when I would review it. I feel like I'd need to review Car Robot's Gigatron first. So I'm not sure.
Do you think that the third Prime Wars year is going to be unconventionally combining robots, i.e. Duocon, Rhodes, Caesar, Star Saber, etc.?
So I would like that, but I think there's credence given to the idea of it being, like, other stuff, too. Like, it's really kind of open, I think, what it could be.
Whole mess o Cyclonii. My voice is starting to go already.
That's why we don't need to do the questions so fast.
Are you getting MP Primal?
I've got him pre-ordered. We'll see if I stick with the pre-order, but I very much would like to get a hold of him.
In a previous video, you mentioned your favorite YouTube reviewer. Who was it?
Did I?
Oh.
Well, now I don't remember.
Happy Crin Day. Thank you. Do you have Transformers ROTF Brawn?
Oh, I don't remember if I got Brawn. I have Stock... He's the one who's based on Stockade, if I recall correctly. And I have Stockade, but I don't remember if I got Brawn back then.
People are yelling at me because I don't know how to pronounce things. Sorry. Don't care.
Pronounce what?
Evangelion.
Yeah, Evangelion.
Isn't there an N in there? They didn't even write the N in there.
Oh, I don't know. I always pronounce it wrong, but that's because enough people told me to pronounce it right that I said, well, what if I decide not to be part of the establishment and I decide to make you feel the burn, huh?
Favorite reviewer is Vangelis, and that's the right answer.
Well, if I'm my own favorite reviewer, then there's something real wrong with me.
Have you seen / played the open beta for the new Doom?
I have not. I don't really know much about New Doom outside of their E3 trailer.
That's not Brawn, that would be Gears from Stockade.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I have Gears. Who was Brawn based on? He's the robot I always mixed up with Stockade, with the curvy legs. I think I do have that Brawn. Or was he just Brawn? I thought he was a repaint of somebody.
Is there Energon for the Energon Optimus drones, adapters for the Combiner Wars Optimus Prime?
I think someone made adapters for everybody. Maybe it was Steam Shield? Somebody did.
Good Evangelist, which other Prime character would you like to appear in RID Season 3 or in RID TV movie?
I would really like to see Megatron.
RC.
And RC too, but I want to see Megatron, but only if they go with his story in a way where he doesn't just become the villain again, because he left Prime Beast Hunter's ready for an arc.
Yeah, like
This is done, by the way, but I'm going to transform him, so we're going to keep going.
Something like a More Than Meets the Eye type arc?
Maybe. It doesn't have to literally be that. It's just that he ended Beast Hunters tired of everything.
Yes.
Anyway, we're going to turn this guy into his tank mode.
Alright.
And we're going to see how that turns out.
Yeah. People saying happy birthday. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Braun got repainted into a different character.
Oh, that must be what I'm thinking of. God.
Official advertiser with not all 6 figures, question mark?
Yeah, that's what's being made. It's a 5-figure combiner. Looks like it'll probably be a box set. I think that sounds fun. Like, to me, it's just, hey, it's not going to be G1 Lio Kaiser. It's going to be Combiner Wars Lio Kaiser.
When are you going to do the Combaticons?
I have their review parts written, but I'm getting to that thing now where I'm like, well, I have to, if I'm going to do them, all their reviews now have to come out on the same week, and they have to have a dramatized sequence, and that means it's going to take longer.
Did you see the Q1 shareholders report for Hasbro? Any views on reason sales dropped?
I didn't see the Q1 sales report. I would assume that sales dropped in Q1 because Christmas is over. I believe that's a pattern that happens a lot with Hasbro sales, if I recall last year. Is it tank mode? Ooh. That's a really cool tank mode. It looks like a kind of tank car.
Yeah. I think I can tell where his legs are, though.
Oh yeah, he barely transformed. And his backpack just came off and stuck onto his, well, just like with, stuck into his rectum.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh, these were always parts formers.
Alright, so we're done with part 1.
Yep, now I'm going to turn him into his zone base mode.
Oh, are you going to combine him with the others?
Yep, we're going to do the whole gamut.
Alright. Vangelis and Crane, if you were a Transformer, what would you transform into? Bam.
Hey,
Third
Crane,
bingo square.
what would I transform into?
You always say a toilet, and I always say no, not a toilet, pick something else. And then what would you say?
I guess a VTOL. That'd be fun.
I would be something that flies.
There's a tiny little car he comes with that pegs in here for his base mode. Teeny tiny little car.
That little white thing?
Yep.
Oh. That is very small.
It's called Speeder, I believe. Ugh.
Look.
So does this peg into this monstrosity at all?
Yes, just shove it anywhere. It's a
feel
fan
like those
mode.
dashes. This is not a fan mode. This is official.
No, you have to make a fan mode.
Oh. Like, are you gonna
just shove them together.
Are you calling big power to fan mode?
I don't know what that means, but yes.
No.
Who's the next masterpiece after Optimus Primal and Ramjet and Ratchet?
I don't think anyone knows.
V-Toilet.
This
like
doesn't.
Toilet.
Yeah,
V-Toilet.
Is that one of the mods?
Toilet. No, it's not.
Okay.
Mods.
No. If it's not one of the mods, then I like it. If it's one of the mods, they better warn each other. We've established a system.
Hey, are you going to be doing the whole Alpha Bravo / Slingshot storyline from your reviews, like the whole thing with the CW transformations, like the whole storyline of that made into a mini movie?
I'm gonna do a plotline supercut for all that stuff, and I'd like to fill in the gaps, the massive narrative gaps, with at least some narration, and maybe a little bit of newly filmed stuff. So that's my current plan.
Does parts forming bother you a lot, or are you okay with it?
It depends on the toy, really. Like, these guys, I'm fine with it, because they're also Kabaya kits, but a lot about these guys' aesthetic is like, whatever. Like, that seems fair. It just really depends. Like, if it's something like on those legend-size unofficial Datsuns with their bumper coming off because there's a shield underneath, that I am way less cool with.
Zero says, I'm the only mod here. I can't watch myself or warn myself.
You can't warn yourself? Then there's something wrong with this whole system, man. Like,
if I walked into the other room, I could warn you.
That's too easy.
Somebody a while ago asked, I think it was something like, how easy is it to get into toy reviews? Because their girlfriend wants them to do it.
Your girlfriend wants you to get into toy reviews?
I think that's what they said. It was quite a while ago.
I mean, that's not like it's a bad thing. It's just I've never heard that sentence before. Just make them, really. That's the thing to do. Is just because it's the very baseline of doing toy review videos on YouTube or any other platform is because it's your hobby and you want to express your passion for your hobby in this medium, in this case. So just make some. Don't worry about failing. It's easier said than done. But just make them, and then after you make some, see what you want to change, and then make some new ones. And I would say don't discard the old ones. Like, they still serve a purpose in the narrative of your own creative story. So just, do it, and then operate from there. The best thing you can do is make stuff. The worst thing you can do is worry about how your stuff you want to make will turn out and then not make it at all.
When will you review Combiner Wars Cyclonus?
I don't know. I want to do Bruticus first, because he's more...
Boring.
Well, he's more pertinent.
He's not as important.
He's more pertinent.
Any regretful toy purchases?
Oh, so many.
What's the most recent one? Buzzsaw? The little bird one?
Well, I didn't regret that, because, like, the video got, like, 6,000 views or whatever. As an actual toy, yeah, like, no one should buy Buzzsaw unless you really like him, in which case, all the power to you. But
what video games are you, both of you guys, playing right now, if any?
I just started Dark Souls 1. That's my freshest video game I've been playing.
I don't really play video games, but when Vangelis comes over, I steal his Binding of Isaac and I try to play. But I didn't get to play yet. Crane, you have excellent taste in figures, lol. Thank you. Favorite large transformer?
Favorite large transformer?
Like G1 Scorponok or larger?
G1 Scorponok would be my personal favorite large one so far.
What is your favorite Optimus design?
I really like the Armada Optimus design.
Who should I get? MMC Voss or Hans Toys Bombshell? Voss.
Yeah, I think Voss is way more interesting. Bombshell's probably more, like, satisfying just to an average Transformers collector or whatever, but, like, I find Voss way more interesting.
If you're a fan of the character in the comic, get that toy.
Yeah,
it's
of course.
Excellent.
If you don't actually know who Voss is, I would actually say get the Fans Toys thing, because, like, Voss is expensive enough, or Synicus is expensive enough that you need to have pre-existing knowledge of the character to get your money's worth.
Also, he's really flexible, so you can put him in really funny positions.
That's right.
LOL. What was your first TF toy?
My mom tells me it was Ratchet.
What's the most stylized SIC you have ever seen?
Some of those one-off ones they made for their photo shoot stories. Those were pretty crazy.
Do you remember the Rumpstick.mp4 video? I just watched it again the other day for the first time in a long time, and it made laugh so hard.
Yeah, I remember that. That was fun to make. I don't, like, that was all Jacob, really. Like, that. I felt bad that we put it on my channel, but he didn't want to put it on his, if I recall correctly. He was in the midst of, like, nuking all the videos on his channel.
Have you ever heard of the Klonoa game series?
I have. I've never played it, but I've heard the name.
Have you heard how Optimus Prime is going to fly for the first ever time?
Yeah, Optimus Prime, after all these years, is actually going to fly.
He's never, ever flown before.
Never once, and
never,
now...
Especially not in Beast Wars.
Yeah, he has never flown, and for the first time, he will fly.
Okay, so the person who asked you, what was your first TF toy, says, oh, poor you in response, and asks, what was your first good TF toy?
Listen, as a baby, Ratchet is pretty damn cool, okay? I believe right after Ratchet came Wreck-Gar, and Wreck-Gar is... If you're going to tell me G1 Wreck-Gar is a bad toy, then I don't know how this conversation can really continue.
What Combiner Wars upgrade would you want that haven't been implemented in released upgrade kits?
This is cheating, but I'd like to see an ankle tilt add-on for the hand-foot gun that's not a Shapeways kit, but an actual produced plastic kit.
Do you have the tiny adorable Overlord from Iron Factory?
I do. I don't think he's one of their better pieces, to be honest, but I like him.
Do you have backups of the Milk Daddy Saga and other nuked face caption vids?
I do. When I realized what he was doing, I went and personally archived a bunch of them, but they are not my videos to release.
I got a complete SIC Decade for $30. Good deal?
I think that's a good deal. That sounds like a good deal.
Are you excited for the rest of the DJD coming out from MMC?
I've been trying to put this in the wrong way around. Sorry, Emma, what? What'd you call me?
Are you excited for the rest of the DJD coming out from Masterminds Creations?
Yeah, I mean, as far as I know, there's no word on whether or not they're actually going to do the two huge guys, but I really hope they do.
I want Anarchus. He's so good.
Anarchus is great.
Yeah, that's their version of Kaon.
Yeah.
And he's so good. He's so good. I have the Synicus, the Voss, the black version that glows in the dark, and it's really cool. Your thoughts on the future, quote, has con, end quote, replacements for BotCons moving forward?
I don't think there's any proof that HasCon is the BotCon replacement, and I'd be surprised if it is, given that they've already trademarked Cybertron Con. I'm of the school of thought that I've seen, I agree with the school of thought that I've seen, that it's likely Cybertron Con will be the Transformers show they do, moving on, but HasCon, which is a terrible name, will be the all our other properties' sister show, like G.I. Joe, My Little Pony, Mask, etc., etc. That's what I think is going to happen. I mean, I also have no idea. I'm making the loudest ass umptions, like with full ass, just straight up ass
that's
assumptions.
Okay, stop.
Full ass on my what?
How were you graced with Omega Supreme?
I got him when I was a kid because he was a new toy when I was in Germany one year.
What did you personally think when Alpha Bravo was announced?
I was like, hey, that's kind of cool. A new aerial bot. That's not like a fresh idea because they dabbled with that notion during Power Core Combiners, and I thought it was cool then too.
Anarchist is great, but I really, really wish it had some thigh swivels. I find myself sorely missing them.
I kind of do too. Although I'm not lying when I say I've been surprised how much I don't need them for the toy to be fun, but I certainly would like them.
So get yourself a little tiny chainsaw and make your own.
Just rip those things open.
He would probably approve.
I don't think he would.
Why is Tailgate best girl?
Yeah, why is Tailgate best girl?
Is Tailgate a girl?
No.
I didn't think so.
But why is Tailgate best girl?
Because Tailgate's pretty cool. Did you say Mask? Is Mask coming back?
Well, it's on Hasbro's plate of their next cinematic universes. Mask, Visionaries, Micronauts, Rom the Space Knight, and G.I. Joe. So I'm just assuming Mask is in their plans somewhere in there.
How is International Crin Day going so far, Crin? It's great. Also, happy birthday. Thank you. And also, thank you everyone else who said happy birthday. I don't have time to say thank you to everyone personally, but I really appreciate it. Thank you. How Evangelist will Crin ever be on another WTF at TFW episode? Maybe. What I liked was we did a couple episodes with, was it Gog Dog? And we talked about Transformers Prime as they were coming out.
Oh yeah, Primetime episodes.
I got to be on a couple of those, and that was really cool.
Yeah.
I think I would prefer that over WTF at TFW because I'm not actually a toy collector, so I don't think people really want to hear me, and I don't want to make your audience mad at you. But
we make them mad at us all the time anyway.
Okay. But if you guys did something different, or if you just talked about More Than Meets the Eye, or if you just talked about the art or some other aspect, I would be happy to join. Just FYI. Are you guys reading any non-Transformers comics?
Oh,
My answer is no.
I had a good answer for that, which is Ninja Turtles comics, but I'm 4 months behind now.
What IDW character would you most want to see in toy form of the ones who haven't been given any official or third-party release? Nautica.
Yeah, I kind of just want to see Nautica happen.
Nautica. Are you going to get any of those updated GoBots?
Oh, I very much would like to.
Happy birthday, Crane, whoever you are. Thank you.
It's a big Z on the back of this thing.
What's a Z? That's a Z.
It's a Z.
That's a Z.
Look at this. Big power. It is complete, and it feels great. I feel like I'm not putting this gun in the right spot, but I don't see where else to put it, and I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. And I don't usually do things wrong because I'm an expert, so I need to mess with it a little bit more. But, yeah.
So we're all done with this one?
I think we're all done with this one.
All right. So hold on to your questions, guys. We will be right back with the next part.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
We will talk to you later on the V-Build Live!
Mwah.